The annual Martyrs Day celebrations on the 3rd of June. The usually quiet town of Namgongo is once again a hive of activity. Thousands of pilgrims from across the country and the East African region have arrived, and for the local business community, this is a season for high profits. Take a look.
From food vendors to souvenir sellers, many are hoping to cash in on the increasing crowds, although traders we have spoken to say business hasn't picked up as expected.
When we look at generally, if we say generally everything, it's a bit slow, but they are buying the ones that have a cheaper price, 1,000, 2,000. Business moves a lot when you expect the bigger items to be sold, but if they're still on stalls, that means the flow is just still moderate. Not so bad, not so good, but we hope for tomorrow when some people don't buy now because their things are stolen, some are broken, so they buy at the last minute.
While the streets are gradually filling up with pilgrims, some vendors are yet to see the kind of rush they had prepared for. Many cite the economic hardship and tighter budgets of this year's visitors.
No, they are not buying. They are buying the water for 500. And there's when you are stocking, they add more. So it's going slow.
Prices are high, but people are trying to purchase. But according the way they are selling, the prices are too high. But we pray, since we have come as a pilgrimage, such that they can decrease that prices. Also, we have something to eat.
Meanwhile, some businesses are finding creative ways to reach the crowds. Companies like Centenary Properties are using the gatherings to advertise and promote their services.
They are all really interested in this campaign because since from day one when we came here at Namgongo 2025, these celebrations, like many people have been coming embracing it because you know in Uganda many people want to get out like this thing of being in renting houses and other things. So we are having many people who are coming here to be in part of this Nerana Konzeka campaign.
Traders believe that the night before Martyrs Day and the day itself will bring a last-minute business boom as the final wave of pilgrims arrive.
The place is nice, the people are coming, but now some of them are complaining about the money.
Sada Mubale, UBC News, Kampala.
Thank you so much, Sada Mubale. Now we'll take you to Namgongo Martyrs Shrine for a live update by Deborah Namamonde.
Yes, good evening our viewers on UBC TV. Yes, we are here at the Namgongo Martyrs site. That is the Anglican Martyrs site where they always say that it is Nachia because there was a lake somewhere here. So we are live from Anglican Martyrs site Namgongo, where we are bringing to you everything as it unveils at the site. Right now here, where we are talking about, like you can see around, where you are seeing it is where the service is going to take place. And where you see the empty chairs, that is where the visitors are going to sit. The other side, the camera person will show you where the guest of honor will sit. Up there where we see the decoration, that is where the guest of honor, the guest speaker, will be the emeritus, the Bishop of Church of Uganda, then was, that is the Lukolombi, Archbishop the Emeritus Lukolombi, who will be the guest speaker, and obviously that will be the Archbishop of Church of Uganda, who will still come in to be part of the service. As we talk right now, as I've said that we are here, people are still praising, worshiping God. Others are still coming in as we talk. The others are still collecting water, holy water, down there as you can see. With me here I have Bishop Reverend Captain Patrick Ogwang, the Director, Head of Missions, Northern Diocese from Lango. He has been part of the team which was organizing this day. A good evening, sir.
Good evening, my sister.
Yes. Could you please tell us what is taking place right now? People are eager to know what is taking place. Are people sleeping? What?
Thank you so much. I want to say my name is Reverend Captain Patrick Benson Ogwang, the Director of Mission Diocese of Lango. We are excited because the long-awaited day is just now coming. On the ground, as you see people, we have been running the Mission Week. and today is the climax of the mission week. So we are having right now on the ground the mini overnight. We would have gone further than midnight, but now we are going to stop at midnight so that it gives opportunity for further preparation of the ground. So much so that tomorrow when people comes, at least the ground is okay.
Could you please talk about tomorrow's program? At what time is the service starting? What can we expect? Because you are from the Lango diocese, what can we expect? What is the program tomorrow?
Actually, tomorrow we are expecting the service to start at 9 sharp. By 8:30, the procession starts, where the Archbishop is going to be the one to lead. And we are expecting by midday, the service shall have already been finished. As I talk now, the choir, which is a composition of 400 participants, are already set. You will hear the local songs coming from Lango, coming from Nebi, in the name of Agara, coming from Madi West Nile, coming from Acholi. And you will see the dances that is coming from Acholi, the traditional dances. So everything is set 100%.
Thank you so much, Reverend Captain Ogwang, here at Namgongo Anglican Matters site. I can talk about the issue of security. So far, security, the information we are getting, they have arrested over 80 people. 80 people who have been arrested, but in terms of simple robbery, they are not serious robbery as you can think of. Others, if we talk about the issues concerning with health, people are getting medication, people are getting treatment and sort of, but they have non-serious injuries, non-serious issues which need that medication that someone can even go to ICU, no. But people are getting whatever it is required at the site. Back to you in the studio.
Mamonde for the updates. That's Dora Mamonde, part of the UBC team at the Anglican Shrine, because there's a Catholic one, and you've heard it from her. 9 sharp, the service will begin. By midday, they expect for it to be done, and of course, UBC TV will have a live where you can catch up with what's happening for all those that will be at home. We still continue with stories from Namgongo, and of course, pilgrims from all over the world are thronging the Uganda Martyrs Shrine at Namgongo to participate in the commemoration of their journey in faith to martyrdom. Now, these were found a few meters away from the shrine while zeroing down the distance in preparation for Martyrs Day tomorrow. Ivan Juko has a detailed report.
Pilgrims hailing from different parts of the country and overseas are speeding up pace to the Uganda Martyrs Shrines to celebrate Martyrs Day tomorrow, 3rd June. Despite many of the pilgrims prioritizing the celebrations and commemoration of the martyrs, majority honor and respect their refusal to denounce their faith and were executed by Kabaka Mwanga II. Here are 234 pilgrims, including American pilgrims from Busubizi Parish in Chindamichana Archdiocese, who started trekking their journey to Namugongo on 31st May 2025.
With my family from the United States, at the invitation of Father Remy, to represent the Mitiyana Diocese and to honor the martyrs.
Twatandika okutambula ng'ennaku z'omwezi 31 lwali lwa mukaaga, ne tusula Bujuuko ku parish, ne tudda mutambula ng'ennaku z'omwezi lumu, kati twasuze Kigowa parish, kati tutuuse Namugongo.
Nze kusaba abajulizi bampe ebyensinga okwagala, bampe ebirungi eby'omwoyo n'eby'omubiri.
Other groups come from different localities including Impala in Entebbe, Lugazi, Wakiso Kasengeje, Nansana, Lango, and with special prayer requests through the intercession of the Ugandan Martyrs.
18 abasobodde okuva Empala Parish twasimbudde eggulo ku ssaawa 3:30 ez'ekiro nga twasimbudde n'ekitambiro kya mmisa.
Nze tambula okuva Seeta paka wano.
Nze kusabira famire yange, abaana bange, omwami wange ne bazadde bange, mama ne taata wange.
The walk of faith to the shrines also saw people from different walks of life from America, Cameroon, Congo and the DRC participate.
Bayambi biso malamu na niveau ya Kambala, totondi pe organisation nyonso esiri kosalema awa po ete mukolo ya lelo eleka kati na kimia, eleka kati na bondimi, eleka kati na losambo, kolo nzambe abatela biso.
Pilgrims who endured the trek also share their encounters.
We started the journey, it was not easy. The challenges is that water was also the problem, and the same way the problem was as we move on the way, people were many, so we suffocated on the way, but good enough we have reached.
The pilgrimage does not discriminate on the basis of age or religion, as children and students participated. As of now, arrangements at both shrines are complete and security has been beefed up to ensure the pilgrims peacefully celebrate, seeking the intercession of the martyrs. Amwaeva Njuko and Mike Bakabulindi for UBC.
Thank you so much, Ivan Jiko, for the update. Now we'll take you back to Namgongo Martyrs Shrine, but this time the Catholic side, where Jordan Lukoma has an update for us. Hi, Jordan. Hope you're well. Kindly let us know what's happening.
Yes, thank you so much, Rhoda. We are coming to you live from the Catholic Martyrs Shrine here in Namugongo, and we have been here the whole day. It has been a day, I would call a beehive of activities here the whole of today. That's what Namugongo has been, with final touches and last minute preparations of the preparation for the celebrations tomorrow. Yes, Lugazi Diocese is in charge here. They are the ones that are responsible for tomorrow's celebrations, and they have done their best, I would say. Like we told the audience in the morning, they have a choir of a whole 500 manpower that are going to be part of the celebrations tomorrow to lead Mass. Their bishop, the Right Reverend Christopher Kakoza, will lead Mass with all the bishops of Uganda that will join him. But as well, they have a pilgrimage of thousands and thousands that walked from Lugazi. Much as it may look as a short distance compared to other dioceses that have made their way here, they managed to come here and they have made it to Namugongo and waiting to be part of the celebration tomorrow, it being their day. Now, there is a lot to expect. First of all, we expect His Excellency the President to be part of Mass tomorrow. Two, unlike many other dioceses, Lugazi Diocese is coming in with a new kind of chapter. They will have couples that will be wed tomorrow here as they celebrate the Uganda Martyrs Day tomorrow here, among very many other activities. They will also have different dances because Lugazi has areas that accommodate a number of tribes from different parts of Uganda. You look at areas like Lugazi town itself, it has people from the north, people from the east, Baganda, so many other tribes. So they will be part of that. Go to Kayunga. It is another place that has different tribes that live together. So they're going to have a performance that represents a mixture of different cultures that will be presented here. So we also talked to the finance officer, the person in charge of finance in their team of the organizing committee, and she told us up to now they still have some gaps to close, but they have spent over 3 billion shillings to ensure that this day, tomorrow, stands the way that it deserves, with the color and pomp that comes with it. So, but in general, Namugongo is filled to capacity. I am talking in terms of the Catholic shrine here. Thousands and thousands. That is, if my cameraman can do some pan to show you. The place is filled to capacity, as he's going to show you with a little pan of the camera. The place is filled to capacity just inside, well, outside. The lines are still very long. People are still trying to make their way to the venue, to make sure that they can be part of tomorrow's celebration. So whoever has not made it here, it may be a little difficult early in the morning tomorrow. So everybody is trying to make sure that they get in here in order to be able to be part of Mass tomorrow, which we are told will start 9 a.m. So basically that is the biggest update that we can share. The lot that is happening here. That is the crowd, as you can see on the screen. As Catholics, being the Catholic Church that it is, remember the week that drives to the 3rd of June, there is a novena, a special prayer that is paid, that is dedicated to the Martyrs, to handle different things. I'll put it that way. So that prayer has mass, different masses that are celebrated every day. This evening, we entered here, there was Mass being celebrated at 3 p.m. Another one was celebrated in the Basilica, and down here at the lake. At exactly 9 p.m., another Mass will be celebrated, and at least that one, I've got Masakad Diocese. Why? It is in Masakad Diocese that Kalori Rwanga hailed. That was so. Every 2nd of June evening, they come here as and celebrate a special Mass in commemoration and recognition of that son of theirs that was killed here exactly. Remember, in terms of history, it is Kalori that was killed in this place. So Masakades is going to celebrate Mass at exactly 9, and there will be another Mass at exactly 11 p.m. till morning, and then the main Mass will be at 9 a.m. That's the picture here at the Catholic Martyrs Shrine in Namugongo, and we are also here preparing to give you Mass live and the whole colorful event as it will go down tomorrow. Back to you, Rhoda.
Thank you so much, Jordan, for the updates from the Catholic Martyrs Shrine, Namugongo. Like you heard from him, main Mass tomorrow starts off at 9 a.m. and of course by midday they expect to be done. Now, and the police has also advised that actually for all the ones that are not VVIPs, VIPs, medical, any other categories, you should be able to start moving by midnight of 3rd June 2025. We'll take a short commercial break and we'll be back with more news today.
Here's your chance to win school fees for your child for a whole year. Just pay school fees using Momo. Dial *165 *80#. Select option 2 for school pay. Select option 1 to pay school fees. Enter the student number and amount and approve the transaction. You are now entered a draw to win school fees.
Step into a world of excellence, comfort and pride with Royal Foam Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels, and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Foam Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukota Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the 1st floor.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. We continue with our UBC News Tonight, where the National Resistance Movement has commenced the nomination process for members' expression of interest for parliamentary and district council seats. Prominent leaders including Vice President Jessica Lupo, Speaker of Parliament Anita Netta-Mong, and Deputy Speaker Thomas Tayewa were among the first to pick nomination forms. Take a look.
Lupo,
Speaker of Parliament Anita Among, Deputy Speaker Thomas Tayebwa and other NRM members have picked nominations forms.
All members of NRM who will express interest should all go out to their respective constituencies and explain the manifesto of NRM.
A party that believes in democracy, why should we have violence? Violence is not caused by the party, it is caused by individuals. So the individuals out there, we should have peace.
They also appreciated the smooth process and called upon all NRM members to participate.
Came here and I was among the first people to come, but it was flawless, very smooth, very organized. You're moving from one desk to another.
In the Antonde, I intend to help the people of the Antonde and
here with this nomination form to append their signatures to come and nominate me, second me, and have me nominated on that date of the nomination.
Having worked as an RDC, I now know which button to press, where to go, so that my people can benefit from this government.
Members were encouraged to abide by the party principles and avoid disunity and violence among party members in elections.
I don't think there's ever an end to what you can do for humanity. So I am again humbled and so grateful to the people of Maugura North, who I know are grateful for what we have achieved.
I have come here to pick the nomination papers. I'm impressed by the whole process. It's very simple and very quick.
Executing this first step of picking nomination forms quite very well, efficiently, and we didn't find major hurdles.
Deputy Speaker Tayewa cautioned party members against fraudulent practices during the elections.
This is not the time for us to do that. We shall come in to galvanize the support of the NRM after the primaries. And we can only do that if we pray very clean and follow the requirements of the NRM Electoral Commission during the exercise. And
I'm here to pick nomination forms to express my interest to represent the people of Yanja East.
Meanwhile, many other NRM members expressed interest to contest for positions.
To go and impose ourselves onto people. So my appeal is let's keep peace. Because these are aligning, actually it is a very easy process.
I've been here and the exercise has been so good. I'm happy with the arrangement here. They have properly arranged the place.
But all I can say is we have to maintain peace because the NRM party is always leveraged on peace, unity and transformation.
The aspirants hailed the Electoral Commission for the well-organized process.
Away from the NRM nominations, the Prime Minister of Uganda, Robert Nabanja, has this afternoon picked nomination forms to contest to NRM primaries as the woman Member of Parliament for Kakomiro District. Nabanja arrived at the NRM Electoral Commission offices at Chadondo Road and she was received by the NRM Electoral Commission Chairman Dr. Tang Odoy. Soon after Dr. Tanga handed over the nomination forms, Nabanja promised to continue serving the people of Kakomiro without fear or favor.
Ddala nti abantu baffe ab'Ekakumiro bamanyi biki bye tukoze ate bamanyi biki bye basuubira okwongera okubakolera naye nga
I'm handing over to the Prime Minister expression of interest form for her to move to the next level of the voters. Congratulations, my sister.
Here I am.
Inside.
And that's why I'm here. I have expressed interest. That shows you that I'm still interested in the leadership as a member of parliament for Kakumiro district. And I believe we have done a lot for the district and for the country as Prime Minister. And a lot needs to be done because we still have gaps which we feel need to be bridged. And so, having expressed interest in the seat as a woman member of parliament for Kakumiro district, what I can say is only to ask my people, as usual. You know, I have always won that seat with 98%. Having been appointed Prime Minister, I don't know the percentage. It is upon my people who will decide on that.
Brought to you by
Next up is Ask Your Commissioner.
Welcome you again to this program of Buza Commissioner. This week, as I promised you the last time, we are going to continue with the second part of the question of our brother, Mr. Joseph Wasoma from Chileka, who asked the question, what's behind different taxes on one business and how are these taxes calculated? So in our previous week's edition, we talked about the two broad categories of taxes, and we talked about the direct taxes and the indirect taxes. Indirect taxes. So we gave the example of direct taxes here that are directly incurred by the company, like income tax. And under income tax, we gave several examples like pay as you earn, like the personal income tax, and many others. But today, our focus is going to be on the indirect taxes, which we did not discuss last week. And these are also what are called consumption taxes, meaning they are paid by the final consumer. Although the business accounts for these taxes, accounting here we mean the business collects them, remits them to URA, but the business itself does not incur these taxes. And under these taxes, we will discuss VAT, or value added tax. We will discuss excise duty. So our focus today is on indirect taxes because last week we dealt with the issue of direct taxes. The indirect taxes are taxes on goods and services paid by the consumers when they purchase these products. And I would like to give an example of a product like soda or water. When you go in a shop, a supermarket, or even a restaurant, and you buy this bottle of water, you will most likely pay 1,000 shillings for this bottle of water. Now, this bottle of water, in it, there will be two indirect taxes that you will pay. One is the value added tax. Two is the local excise duty on this bottle of water. And how are these taxes computed? Now, value added tax is a tax charged at every stage where there is value addition. Let's start with an example of a bottle of water at the point of production. Because there is value addition that comes up with this bottle of water, when it's being sold out of the factory, on the cost of this bottle, there will be added value added tax, which is 18%. Now, the one who buys this bottle of water, to go and sell it, at the point of selling, there is also some value addition. Transportation of this water, unpacking it, selling it in your shop. So at the point of selling this water, you'll also charge another VAT. And what is effectively paid to Uganda Revenue Authority at that stage where value has been added will be the value added tax collected at the point of sale minus the value added tax paid at the point of purchase. And the difference is what will be given to Uganda Revenue Authority. For ease of computation, I would like to use easy numbers to follow. Supposing you have an item whose purchase value is 10,000 shillings without VAT. This is cost without VAT, okay? So, at some point X, be it at the factory, be it a wholesale depot, be it at a distribution depot, you are buying a certain item X at 10,000. VAT on this item will be 18%. What is 18% of 10,000? It will be 1,800. Are we together? Now, what is the total cost? So now this is the cost inclusive of VAT. So when you're going to pay for this item at the depot or at the factory, you'll pay 10,000 plus 1,800, which comes to 11,800. Okay? This is what you'll pay. Now, if you compute your cost of sale and purchase and you establish that for you to sell this item, make some profit and pay the taxes, you establish that your cost of sale before you add VAT is, let's say, 11,000. Okay? So, 18% of 11,000 is going to be the VAT at this level. And this will be 1,980. This is 18,000 of 11,000. And therefore, the cost of this item at this point will be 11,000, which is the cost without VAT, plus this one, 1,980, which makes the cost here 12,980. So, you purchased this item X at 10,000 plus VAT, altogether you paid 11,800. You have costed all your input costs, transport, rent of the premises, and you have said, for me to break even, I need to add another 1,000 on this item. So the cost before VAT becomes 11,000. Now you compute 18% of the 11,000. It gives you a total cost of 12,980. Therefore, what will be payable to Uganda Revenue Authority? VAT payable to URA. The VAT payable will be VAT output minus VAT input, and the difference is what you will pay to Uganda Revenue Authority. What is our VAT output? The VAT you collected at the point of sale, 1,980. What is your VAT input? The VAT you paid at the point of purchase, 1,800. So, what is your payable VAT? 180. Very basic and simple to demonstrate how VAT is paid. VAT is not the entire 18% charge, because the entire 18% charge would have been 1,980. But because VAT is a consumer tax paid by the final consumer, what you give to URA is 180 shillings. What you paid at the point of purchase must be first recovered from what you collected at the point of sale. Now, this looks a complicated thing to calculate, even as much as I've tried to use a basic example. But technology can solve all this for you. You don't have to do this calculation on your own. So, for people who are using technology called IFRS, you will just do your selling and your purchases, stock them in IFRS, and at the point of making your return, I forgot to mention that VAT is paid on a monthly basis. Every month, you file a return covering sales of the previous month before the 15th of the following month. So we are now in June. Before the 15th of June, all traders registered for VAT will have to file a return and pay the VAT they collected in the month of May. So it is paid after 1 month before the 15th of the following month. Now, if you have that technology called IFRS and you're using it in your business, you will just click a button and that button will ask, are you ready to file your return to URI? And you will say yes. For due diligence, you scrutinize all the captured sales and purchases. Once you agree that they are complete, you press the button, it will compute for you the entire VAT payable and you will submit your return. So that is it for VAT. And again, I should mention that VAT is paid by only those businesses that are registered for VAT, and one of the requirements for registering for VAT is that your turnover should be above 150 million per annum. So if it's a small business with a turnover below 150 million, you do not have to collect VAT. So Joseph, this is an example of an indirect tax. Yes, it is paid by the business, but it's not incurred by the business. It is incurred by the final consumer. I thank you very much. I wish you a very happy Martyrs Day tomorrow. I wish all our taxpayers a very successful month of June. It is the last month of our financial year. We expect all those businesses to diligently and timely file their income tax returns and pay their income tax, as well as the other taxes payable in this month of June, so that together we can develop our country, Uganda. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Buza Kamiso now.
Learned a thing or two about taxes from that very program, Buza Kamisuna. That's all we had for you for now, and I'll hand over to Jethro Kasaija, who is a part of the front bench, and we'll be having an interview with two guests discussing protection of persons with disabilities and so much more. Hi Jethro, please go ahead.
Thank you, Sharon Chomugisha. Indeed, today and tonight we have a very, very special edition and program of the front bench. Why? Because we are going to be looking at persons with disabilities. A lot of things have been done by the government, but we also have to put them on check to really find out what have they done as a government to ensure that they protect persons with disabilities, but of course putting into consideration issues of policy and legislation, accountability, inclusion, and very many other aspects. Tonight, I do have the honor to host the Minister for State for Disability, Honorable Helen Asamo Grace. Good to have you on the show, Honorable.
Thank you so much, Jethro. I want to greet the viewers and also want to greet the listeners, because me, I have people who hear and I have people who don't see in the disability family. So I want to greet all of them a good evening, and I think we shall enjoy the show.
Thank you so much, Honorable. But also, in a special way, we shall have Miss Monica Ndichibulirani. Hope I've said that name correctly. She's going to be doing the sign language bit of it. So exactly what the Honorable will be talking about, it will be interpreted by Miss Monica Ndichibulirani. So for now, let's get started, but you can be part of the conversation, of course, using that hashtag UBC Frontbench. Keep your questions and comments coming in. At a later stage, I will be sampling some of them. My name is Jethro Kasaiji. Let's get started.
Oh, you got